place, like a lens focusing, making the world sharp again, with edges. The second play called for a pass. Fading back, he picked up a decent block and cocked his arm, searching for a receiver, maybe the tall kid they called the goober. Suddenly he was caught from behind and whirled violently, a toy boat caught in a whirlpool. Landing on his knees, hugging the ball, he urged himself to ignore the pain that gripped his groin, knowing that it was important to betray no sign of distress, remembering the goober's advice. "Coach is testing you, and he's looking for guts." "I've got guts," Jerry murmured, getting up by degrees, careful not to displace any of his bones or sinews. The telephone rang in his ears. Hello, I'm still here." When he moved his lips, he tasted the acid of dirt and grass and gravel. He was aware of the other players around him, helmeted and grotesque, creatures from an unknown world. He had never felt so lonely in his life, abandoned, defenseless. On the third play, he was hit simultaneously by 3 of them. One, his knees, another, his stomach, a third, his head, the helmet no protection at all. His body seemed to telescope into itself, but all the parts didn't fit, and he was stunned by the knowledge that pain isn't just one thing, it is cunning and various, sharp here and sickening there, burning here and clawing there. He clutched himself as he hit the ground. The ball squirted away. His breath went away, like the ball. A terrible stillness pervaded him. And then, at the onset of panic, his breath came back again. His lips sprayed wetness, and he was grateful for the sweet, cool air that filled his lungs. But when he tried to get up, his body mutinied against movement. He decided the hell with it. He'd go to sleep, right here, right out on the 50-yard line. The hell with trying out for the team. Screw everything. He was going to sleep. He didn't care anymore. "Renault!" Ridiculous. Someone calling his name. "Renault!" The coach's voice scraped like sandpaper against his ears. He opened his eyes flutteringly. "I'm all right," he said to nobody in particular, or to his father, maybe, or the coach. He was unwilling to abandon this lovely lassitude. But he had to, of course. He was sorry to leave the earth, and he was vaguely curious about how he was going to get up with both legs smashed and his skull battered in. He was astonished to find himself on his feet, intact, bobbing like one of those toy novelties dangling from car windows, but erect. "For Christ's sake!" the coach bellowed, his voice juicy with contempt. A spurt of saliva hit Jerry's cheek. "Hey, Coach, you spit on me," Jerry protested,